Hi, and welcome to Lesson 7.1. It's our first lesson in geometry. It's also the first video I've done in a very long time. As you can see, I'm at school, not at home. So we're going to do this one at school. So two main things that we're going to learn in Lesson 7.1 are the difference between adjacent and vertical angles. And adjacent angles are just angles that are next to each other. They share the same vertice, which is the point at which the rays end or start, depending upon how you look at it. And they share a ray. So 1 and 2 are adjacent angles, 2 and 3 are adjacent angles, 3 and 4 are adjacent angles, and 4 and 1 are adjacent angles. 2 and 4 are not, and 1 and 3 are not adjacent. Vertical angles are opposite angles. Those are angles that are on either side of a, these two lines form intersection. So 1 and 3 are vertical angles, and 2 and 4 are vertical angles. And vertical angles are really special because they are congruent angles, meaning that they have the same measurement. So if I measured angle 4, it would be the same measurement as 2, and 1 has the same measurement as 3. So naming angles. We talked about this yesterday when we were talking about when we were doing the activity, is how to name angles. So turns out that we name angles, and I'm going to use this tool here to I'm going to type it, and I'm going to use the less than sign. Normally it comes with an angle sign, but we'll use this for now. So if we're talking about this angle right in here, we use a point on the ray, the vertice, and then another point on the ray. So this angle right here would be FBA. Another angle, this angle right here, would be ABC. Again, the vertice is going to be in the center. So that one is ABC. And with a complex object like this, you would always use the three angles with the 3 points on it, because if you just used B or angle B, you'd have no idea which angle you're talking about, and there's several different angles that could refer to. So it's ambiguous. So you really need to use the 3-angle measurement system. You could also have angle F, B, and D, even though there's a ray sticking out of the middle of it. FBD is still a valid angle. So FBD. So that's how you name angles. Our next page is using adjacent and vertical angles. So you're going to tell whether or not the angles are adjacent or vertical. So the angle 70 and the angle X, or the angle that has the measurement of 70 degrees and the angle that has a measurement of X degrees, are these adjacent or vertical? Well, they don't have a ray in common. They have a vertice in common, but they don't have a ray in common. And they're opposite each other. So this angle is a vertical angle. And we know that vertical angles have the same measurement. So X is equal to 70 degrees. Can't use the degree symbol, but it is 70 degrees. Example number B shows these two angles, this angle here, and this angle here. Well, we know that they share a vertice here, and they share a ray here. So these two angles are adjacent. I spelled adjacent wrong. A-C-N-T are adjacent because they are next to each other and share a ray and a vertice, and the vertex. Now, what is the measurement of these two angles? Well, we know that, let's see if I can move this out of the way. I can't, so I can. So how do we find out what those angles are? Yeah, this is going to be in the way, so let's see if I can move this. Oops, that twirls it. Well, that's interesting. I am not sure how to move it out of the way. So let's see if I can do this. I can, there we go. So we know that this angle here is a right angle, so therefore it equals 90 degrees. So we know that 90 degrees is equal to 31 degrees plus, so this angle plus that angle, plus x plus 4. So if we simplify that, we get 90 degrees is equal to 35 degrees plus x. If we subtract 35 from both sides, we end up with x, or let's see here, 6. We end up with 55 degrees is equal to x. So that is the measurement of that angle. Constructing angles. This I think I'm going to have to pause and use the Huey. Okay, so we're going to try to, the directions say to draw a pair of vertical angles with a measurement of 40 degrees. I'm trying to do this with the Huey. We'll see how it works. So to draw a 40-degree angle, so the first thing you do is draw a straight line. Now, protractors here have a little dot here in this, they have a hole in the center, and that center goes right on the vertex. I try to make it so that it's a dot there, and then you can see that there's little hash marks here and here, and you line those up on the line that you've already drawn. And since I want a 40-degree angle, I go to here, and I mark 40 degrees here. So I know that from here to there will make a 40-degree angle with that line there. So then I just connect here, and I connect here. So now I have a 40-degree angle. Step 2 of the directions says use a straight edge to extend the sides to form two intersecting lines. So I'm actually going to draw a vertical angles that have a measurement of 40 degrees. So I'm going to take this line, this ray, and I'm going to extend it. And then I'm going to take this ray here, and I'll flip this over so I don't have to move my camera. And I'm going to extend this line so that it goes here. And because these are vertical angles, I know that this measurement right here is 40 degrees. I actually know what this angle is here, but we'll get to that another day. So thanks for watching.